Polls, we got a review, so let's get cracking. Hello all my explorers, and welcome back to Loren's Adventures Out There. And if you are new, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. My name is Loren, and I'm with Capes Clones, where we discuss everything in the Disney universe. We do unboxings and hauls, pins, box swaps, Disney news, Disney reviews, and more. So if that sounds fun to you, we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel, hit that bell for notifications, and do like this post, as it really does help us out. So a couple weeks ago, I actually started asking you in our community tab questions about your favorite films of the different eras of Walt Disney Animation Studios. And I got quite a few votes from you all, and I really appreciate everybody that took time to vote in one of those polls. And so we're going to go over those answers today and see what was surprising and what wasn't. So I'm looking forward to this. I've seen the results, and I'm just dying to discuss them with you all. So let's go ahead. I'm going to readjust the camera, and we're going to take a look at the screen at the same time. And again, let's get cracking. We start off with the Golden Age, or the Golden Era, whatever I put down here. And I asked you best Disney film of the Golden Era. There were 64 votes. And there's actually some surprising things in here. I am actually surprised Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs scored so high. And the reason why is because every time I hear somebody talking about a princess, they always say how much they dislike Snow White. And I don't know if it's because they are just recognizing the masterpiece that is that film, or there are a bunch of people who just love Snow White. So I was actually surprised that it wasn't a little more all over the board. It's clearly Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was the winner. I was surprised that Bambi scored the least. That's one of my favorites, and it hurts my heart that people didn't like it as much as others. Pinocchio and Fantasia got 60%, Dumbo got 11%, and Bambi got 9%. So again, surprised that it wasn't all over the board, but then again, not so surprised. My vote would have been Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs if I could have voted in my own poll. Alright, now we are going to move on to the wartime era. This one is a little bit harder because there were several films in this era that I could have chosen from. And I really wanted to include Ichabod and Mr. Toad. But I felt like a lot of people would have voted for that one. So I wanted to make it a little bit more difficult. And so I chose the films that I chose. Three Caballeros, obviously, biggest winner. I'm not so surprised about that. Three Caballeros is a fan favorite. And yeah, I'm not that surprised. Fun and Fancy Free, which has Bongo and Mickey and the Beanstalk, that scored 23%. Not surprised about that one. Make Mine Music, 3%, and Saludos Amigos, 3%. Melody Time did not get anything, which is kind of sad because Melody Time has Pecos Bill and Johnny Appleseed. Those are some fun ones. So, but I'm curious to see who voted for Make Mine Music and Saludos Amigos, because I'm just curious I would have voted for Make My Music, even though I love Three Caballeros. But Make My Music has a special place in my heart. And that was 31 votes. Not many people voted in that one. Okay, so we're going to move to the Silver Age. And Cinderella was a clear winner, 45%. Although 101 Dalmatians didn't do too badly, 26%. Very surprised that Alice in Wonderland only received 9% of the vote. Peter Pan got 11 and Jungle Book got 11 as well. So yeah, I'm just surprised about that. That was 47 votes for that one, but Cinderella, I probably would have voted for Cinderella if I could vote in this poll. So there you go. All right, now we are going to move to the Bronze Age. There is kind of a some people who think that there are some of these films that are in a dark age for Disney, but I didn't want to go negative like that. I decided to put all the Bronze Age and the Dark Age films together. And this was a hard one again to figure out which ones to include. And like I really wanted to include the Great Mouse Detective, but there were just so many that I wanted to include in here. I really wanted to include the Black Cauldron just to see if anybody would vote for it. And 4% of you voted for the Black Cauldron. Otherwise, it's pretty much all over the board. The Aristocats got 36%. Robin Hood got 31%. The Rescuers, which is true to my heart, got 18%. I get it. And Oliver and Company, 11%, with 55 votes. So that was the biggest vote that we had so far. All right, now into the Renaissance era. This is the era started by The Little Mermaid, and I put The Little Mermaid. This one was extremely tough to put down. Obviously I'm missing Pocahontas. I'm missing Tarzan. I'm missing Aladdin. Rescuers Down Under. So I'm missing quite a few. But this one was, I think, the one that was the most all over the board. The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast got 31%. I'm not surprised that vote was split. The Lion King got 24%. Hercules only got 6%. And Mulan got 8%. So yeah, I mean, there's a certain power between The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast. I actually don't know how I would have voted, but it would have either been for Hercules or Mulan. So that's where I go in that one. All right, next we go to the post-Renaissance era. Oh, and I should point out this was 51 votes. The post-Renaissance era got the most votes that I have to date of these polls, 57 votes. And I'm actually not surprised that Lilo and Stitch got 58%. Again, another one that was difficult. I had a little bit of an argument. Somebody saying that I should have included Treasure Planet. It's not that I didn't want to include them. I wanted to get a diversity of films. And so that is the reason why I skipped that one. I would have voted for Meet the Robinsons. I think that film is perhaps the most underrated or underappreciated Disney film. people just don't talk about it, and I'm so sad because it's got such a great message to it. Although The Emperor's New Groove, I'm not surprised. I'm actually surprised it didn't get higher. Atlantis, 5%. Brother Bear, 11%. So this is 57% of the vote. Now we are moving on to the revival era. And we have Tangled, Wreck-It Ralph, Frozen, Big Hero 6, and Zootopia. And Tangled won. And I'm not surprised about that one. Rapunzel is a very popular princess. I probably would have voted for Tangled, but it would have gone to Wreck-It Ralph. I love Wreck-It Ralph so much. And that only got 4% of the vote, which is sad. Frozen, I'm surprised. 21% of the vote. Way less than Tangled. Yet it gets way more attention than Tangled. And Big Hero 6 got 15%, and Zootopia got 10%. And this was 52 votes. Okay, now we move on to this is really hasn't been officially named this yet, but I believe that there will be a eighth era of Disney films, and that will be the streaming / COVID era, or really COVID era films. These are films that really they were released in the theaters but not long, and they performed much better in streaming. So we had Raya and the Last Dragon and Encanto. There were 45 votes for that. And Raya and the Last Dragon really actually didn't do too well. I mean, didn't do too badly, I should say. 33% of the vote. Encanto got 67%. There were some people actually who commented about, who would like Encanto. But there are a lot of people who like Encanto. I don't know which one I would have voted for. I'm glad that I didn't have to vote this one. But it probably would have been gone to Encanto because of the music. I love the music to Encanto. So, yeah, there's that. So that's all of the eras that we have. And then I did another poll up here, was 85 votes. And I wanted to know whether you were a classic Disney fan, and most of you say that you are, 59%. A modern Disney fan, which means that you're not so much of a traditionalist, and you like more of the films of the recent ages, let's say, from Renaissance to now. And are you a Pixar a Pixar fan, a Marvel fan, or a Star Wars fan? I am very surprised that Marvel only got 9%. And Star Wars, I mean, there's a lot of Star Wars fans, so I can't judge that. I probably would have voted Marvel fan. But the reason why I included this poll was because I want to do the next one on what you think you like the most. So I'm going to have to try to think of polls for modern Disney fans. And we'll go from there. Anyway, that's it for the poll. So back to the studio. Okay, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I would love to know What did you find most surprising? Did you find anything surprising? What were any of your films, favorite films, like least or first? Let me know in the comments below, like some of what you thought of these polls. And with that, if you had a good time, we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel, hit that bell for notifications, and do like this post as it really does help us out. Visit us on all of our socials down below. Visit our website at www.castlescapesandclones.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you later. Bye!